Hello everyone, this is Lakeisha again. Just wanted to give you a little bit information on the spinal cord stimulator. If you don't know, I did have the opportunity to permanently get a spinal cord stimulator implanted, and I just ran across some information that I wanted to share. If you can't tell by my background and my current wardrobe, I'm in the hospital. I had an emergency situation where I discovered that, found out a lot more about MRI compatibility for the device that you're planning on getting or either you may have at this point. So what I want to tell you is when you get your spinal cord stimulator, you're going to receive a card, and this card is going to have a great deal of information about the device that you're going to have implanted in your body, and it is really important that that card be available in any emergency situation. And when I was given the card, I just was not billed or prepared for medical uses for it. If anything, they just kept telling me that you're going to need this card if you decide to do airline travel, which I understood. So you don't want to go through the airport, go through security measures with TSA, and be placed in a situation where you're placed in one of their imaging devices. Not that it would harm you, it's just that it really has the potential to harm the actual device itself. So that's what I assumed the card was primarily for. I knew that my spinal cord stimulator was MRI compatible, but once again, that card is going to have specifications that your imaging technicians are really going to have to know about. So unbeknownst to me, yes, my device is MRI compatible, but I can only be in the machine for 30 minutes at a time. So if you place me in for 30 minutes, you have to remove me for about 30 minutes before proceeding with another 30-minute increment. So if you do obtain your spinal cord stimulator permanently and you're given that card, make sure that you keep it on you at all times, just in case you're in a situation where an MRI is going to be necessary, because it's just caused, I wouldn't say a lot of trouble. It just made the team work harder trying to get a hold of my spinal cord stimulator representative to make sure that they could obtain information that they needed to make sure that they could safely place me in the machine. So keep that card on you, really important. And that's all the information that I wanted to share as far as the spinal cord stimulator. Right now, I am in the hospital. Like I said, if you can't tell by my background, beautiful scenery out there. It's really a pretty day today. To be on the 8th floor, this is a huge hospital. But basically, I have been in the hospital for a week now. I came in on Friday, and today is another Friday. So I was experiencing extreme pain. It turned out that I had a severe infection in my foot, which led to the amputation of my large toe. So, and that's why the imaging became so important, because they could not get the information about the MRI in a timely manner to, take a look to see how this infection was ravaging my leg. I had to go through x-ray, which was safe, ultrasound, which was safe, CAT scan, which was safe, but all of those modes of imaging could not tell them the amount of tissue damage that may have taken place with the infection and how far things had gotten. So like I said, I just never have experienced anything like this. I had no idea that I would be in an emergency situation losing a body part. So, take care of yourselves. I'm perfectly fine. I'm really happy. I know that sounds quite upbeat, but I would much rather lose a toe than lose my foot or my entire leg. So it is quite a shock for your doctor to come in and say, we have to take it. You don't have a choice. And we don't know how bad the infection is. And if the infection has spread throughout the foot, then what we'll do is we'll wake you up out of anesthesia to let you know that we're going to remove the entire foot, so that you'll be in a situation where you're not shocked when you recover and pack you. So I will show you that injury. It's really amazing work. And the reason that I'm showing it is, not so much to shock anyone, but I myself go back through these videos and I like to look at what point in my life of whatever I was facing. So it's more so for me and my own documentation. But, and, I am a diabetic. Normally when you hear about amputations with diabetics, it's always a situation where it's poor circulation and they would have to lose a limb for that. But like I said, in my situation, my foot became infected and it went from there. So I'm going to show the image of that, and that is extremely triggering. I can imagine it looks so severe, but the pain is no more than, I've had sprained ankles worse than what I'm feeling now. I've literally sprained my ankle and had way worse pain than what I'm feeling now. It looks worse than what it actually is. So it's sore, but it's so minor. I can't tell you. It's just no more hurtful than maybe you receiving a bump or a bruise. Something happened to it, but it's really an afterthought at this point. So this is your final warning. Once again, if you are upset with graphic imaging, please go away. Please turn the video off. I don't have any more information to share as far as the spinal stimulator cord goes. So step away so that this does not upset you. For anyone else, for the update, I'll just show you the work that they did. Here we go. Trying to get ideal, and that's what it looks like. So okay. So I'm not really good at I can't really turn the camera around to really show, but that was a lot of work. A lot of something that I was not planning on. So got my 4 toes. I can still feel them. Everything's good. Like literally. And I'm not on any pain medicine. So there's not like, oh, they've got her doped up. This, like, literally, you can pat it. You can do what you want to do. Good. Walking around. I will have home help come, and eventually they're supposed to put a wound vac on it, and I'll be on that for a while. But gotta just recover from it. I'm fine. Got a busted blood vessel in my eye because at one time my blood pressure shot up so much, I'm pretty sure that it just popped that blood vessel, but I'm okay. Like I said, I'm happy that I'll be getting out of here. I'm ready for the road of recovery. I'm not going to let this slow me down. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for negativity. Most people would think that you go through something like this and you'll just be moping around. And yeah, it could be the end of the world. To go from one challenge to another, that's just part of life. So, I did spinal cord stimulator, made it through that. Wasn't 100% healing, but it was something that I don't regret. And I'm doing fine, you guys. At this point, I'm looking forward to going home, looking forward to recovering. And I think my videos, I'll probably try to actually do videos. I'm not really good at this. I'm not a YouTuber. I just strictly do it to share information that I wish that was out there for me when I was looking for it. So that's probably why you're not going to see 100 videos from me. I'm not like the little young kids that can tape anything from the meal they're eating, from the car they're driving. I just don't have that much information to share. But I do want to let you know that you'll still hear from me. If you have any questions, I try to do my best to remember that I got videos up and to answer what's in the comments section. So you feel free to reach out to me, and you guys take care. Thanks and goodbye.